Let's do it.
All right.
Does it make a huge noise?
I don't think so. And I got myself a prankster from North Coast, from my favorite California. It's not like champagne. Anticlimactic.
Beer, 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 beer.
Beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Today on Post-Mortem, I am joined by Raptor Wrangler, Maxwell Heesch.
Hello.
Max, please tell us what we are watching and why we are watching it.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Mostly because it has a reputation for being the Halloween movie that does not feature Michael Myers.
I did not know Mike Myers wasn't in this, so I'm gonna bounce.
Well, Michael Myers is not in it either.
Neither of them?
No. No creepy guys in William Shatner masks and no Canadian funny men. Yeah.
Let's just get this over with. Halloween 3 is a 1982 film directed by Tommy Lee Wallace and produced by the man,
The legend.
John Carpenter. Max, could you please read us the tagline?
The tagline is, "The night no one comes home."
It's a romantic comedy.
It is. It's a play off the tagline of the first one, is "The night he comes home."
Okay, so probably a happy ending.
Yeah, this is the only one that actually is just about, kids getting candy and nothing bad happens at all.
Let's enjoy this summer flick, Halloween 3.
Season of the Witch.
Listen, he just walked up out of the rain. I swear to God that's all there was to it.
Did my father say anything to you the night he died?
I don't know. Your father came into the hospital and I thought he was crazy, out of his mind. He's hanging onto a Halloween mask. He wouldn't let it go. And what he said was, "They're going to kill us. All of us." And in a little while, he was dead. And I don't know what the hell is going on.
I've been doing some detective work. I think my father ran into trouble somewhere between here and Santa Mira.
Santa Mira, founded in 1887, Colonel Cochran converted it into a toy factory.
You happen to know anything about this Cochran?
He's watching you, friend, I guarantee you that.
Where are they taking her?
They're taking her to the factory.
I've got nothing here to indicate there was ever a body at all.
Operator, this is an emergency. They're gonna kill us all.
Why, Cochran? Do I need a reason? I do love a good joke, and this is the best ever. A joke on the children. But there's a better reason. You don't really know much about Halloween. Halloween. Between the real and the unreal. The dead might be looking in.
You've got to believe me!
The last great one took place 3,000 years ago when the hills ran red. Witchcraft. To us, it was a way of controlling our environment.
Stop! Stop it!
The world's going to change tonight, Doctor. I'm glad you'll be able to watch it. And happy Halloween.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the night no one comes home.
So that was a thing that happened.
We just watched Halloween 3.
Season of the Witch.
And we got some things to say.
No witch.
Thank you. I was just thinking that like most of the title of this film did not belong to it.
It is Halloween, but it's not the Halloween of the franchise we're speaking of. There was a season in that it's always a season.
They included clips from Halloween.
Like, literally, it was a movie within this universe, so just broadly speaking, this movie is not in the main continuity of the first two Halloween films. God, it's frustrating about this movie as well because they open up telling you it's a week before Halloween. Which doesn't make any goddamn sense.
8 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Clink!
It was kind of like The Shining in that it should not have been titled what it was. Stephen King.
I get what John Carpenter was doing because he wanted to create kind of an anthology franchise.
But then they shouldn't have made Halloween 2 the way it was.
This has none of the same characters, is in Northern California as opposed to Illinois. So there's absolutely nothing in common. And
damn it, we should have taken notes. There were things that I wanted to say. I blame the booze. No, you had a really good point about the factory, and I think you should talk about it.
Wait, what was the point again? The end game. They set themselves apart by establishing a novelty company in Northern California, which is described as the largest in the world, which is obviously not the case because it's one warehouse. They established themselves as a company with 3 popular products: a witch, a skull, and a pumpkin.
Mask.
A conglomerate this does not make. I mean, as it's ultimately revealed in the movie, their main power is the fact they've created lifelike robot symbioids that are just used as basic security, which they're shitty at that too.
Why create these fantastic examples of AI and then just use them as bodyguards to sell masks to children to then kill the children? I don't understand their end game.
After they kill everyone, what's gonna happen? There's gonna be a massive inquiry and they're gonna think, hey, what killed all these children and caused snakes to come out of their mouths?
That also made no sense. Why are snakes and crickets coming out of these people's masks after they die?
You steal part of Stonehenge, you grind it up and make it into part of the mass profit, maybe, I don't know. And of course, mass apparently sacrifice of America's children.
It's not like they were like, we need to murder these kids so that the Stonehenge gods will rise again. It's never brought up. It's like, we're using Stonehenge to murder children.
And of course, after this, I have to be drinking whiskey because just the Irish nature of it all.
Yeah, say your quote. The quote that was really insensitive, but I'm Irish, so it's okay.
It's like, oh yeah, the Irish could have been ruling the world if God had not invented whiskey. So I'm just a horrible person.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that we got the poor man's Tom Selleck to star in this film. His mustache was on point.
He was mustachioed just because they wanted the Tom Selleck vibe, but I really got as a discount Charles Bronson.
Mustachioed!
They wanted the badass vibe, and they got this doctor?
Just take so much time off of work to help this woman he's known for 3 hours and abandon his family.
Well, I mean, he was already divorced from his family to begin
Sure,
with.
but he cared about his kids enough to get them other masks. Knock off cheapo. You can buy your children's love.
They added a cult. They added trying to sacrifice children, and a very downer ending where you're not sure if... Well, you're pretty goddamn sure that he did not save any of the children because they left the TV on, they were watching the TV. They got snaked!
Max Heesch. This has been Postmortem with Maxwell Heesch.
Thank you for letting me tag along in this marvelous culty adventure.
Thank you for getting day drunk with me and watching Halloween 3. Truly, I am blessed.
Yep. Hashtag don't get snaked.
Don't get snaked. And be much mustachioed.
Mm-hmm. Like, we're assuming he's a bastard, right?
Oh my god.